And hello everyone, welcome back to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and I am picking up where I left off with the Alexander raid questline. So now to speak with Roundrocks, and let's get the show on the road. Rearmed. Roundrocks seeks a loyal friend to entrust with an important task. Oh, I'm a loyal friend now. Roundrocks thinks long and hard on what to do with precious glowstone. It is the most favoritist treasure of Roundrocks, but glowstone is also what Mide seeks all this time, and has already brought Roundrocks 3 whole years of joy. So Roundrocks decides to give it to Mide, so she can be happy too. Well, that's nice. For now, Roundrocks entrusts treasure to Uplander to give to Mide at next meeting. Even meanest gobbies dare not try to take glowstone from mighty Uplander. Roundrocks does not know where Mide is now, but she often gazes out on giant of whirly cogs from Broken Watercross. Maybe Uplander finds her there. From afar, that mass of steel has a certain majesty, does it not? But something tells me you didn't come here to share the view. What is it? Roundrocks has something he wanted me to give you. Roundrocks means to give me the Codex fragment? I couldn't possibly accept. She values that stone over the rest of her treasures combined. And yet, it may be safer in the hands of one more capable of defending it. Safer for all concerned. Gods know the Illuminati will stop at nothing to get it. Very well. If she feels I should have it, I will hold it in safekeeping for her. Alas, it is of no more use to me than any other rock. You doubtless recall the moment when Roundrocks first revealed the Codex fragment to us, yes? When she took the stone in her hands, a piece of the Enigma Codex burst forth unbidden in a brilliant flash of light. Yet it has been handled many times by others, yourself included, without ever betraying a hint of the secret contained within. Did you not find that strange? I myself was surprised, albeit for a different reason. The Codex is protected by an arcane mechanism, you see. Only those who share its fundamental principles are able to view its contents. It is rare indeed to find an individual with the qualities required to read it. That Roundrocks possesses such qualities is an unexpected blessing, to be sure, but if the Illuminati were to learn of her secret, she would be placed in grave danger. Uh-oh. Even as we speak, they scour the hinterlands in search of their elusive missing piece, but as far as I know, they still view our friend as a mere collector of misplaced items. For her sake, we must do our utmost to draw their attention away from Big West's shortstop before they take it into their heads to return, and it is for that reason that I mean to leave this place. When the Illuminati learn that I have the fragment, it is my hope that they will focus their efforts on ascertaining my whereabouts. Needless to say, I may not return to Big West's shortstop for some time. While I am gone, I would ask that you watch over Roundrock, see that she does not come to harm. Sure. You have my thanks, adventurer. as they thought. I am no longer worthy. Wedge searches for Uplander with much urgency. Uplander must return to Big West shortstop at once. Okay. Hey, what's up? What's up, Wedge? There you are, Myrokos, and not a moment too soon. The Illuminati are getting ready for something big. Ustola reports that Alexander has started drawing massive amounts of ether from the surrounding land, which can only mean one thing. The Illuminati have resumed their attempts to revive it. And what's more, Backrex reports that the goblins are amassing substantial quantities of explosives and supplies. By all indication, they are building another weapon. In short, it's bad. Well, you could have just started with that, but okay. But it's nothing a bit of strategic thinking can't fix. They say he who strikes first strikes last, and that's exactly what I intend to do. I've devised a plan which should allow us to take the Illuminati unawares, and I'd like you to spearhead the assault. Our rendezvous point is to the south in the cliffs overlooking the Thaliac. Biggs has gone ahead to scout the area. We shall await your arrival there. Okay. Hey Biggs, what's up? Myrokos, it's good to see you. I take it Wedge told you the situation. He did. Ready to hit the Illuminati where it hurts? Of course, I wouldn't be here otherwise. That's what I like to hear. The chief will be here soon, and then we can get things underway. Bloody hells, if it ain't Ustola. No one told me you were coming. Or did Master Matoya finally let you off the hook? An etheric disturbance of this scale demands my personal attention. Judging by the marked fall in ambient ether concentrations, the situation is far graver than previously assumed. And you are certain that you are certain that steel monstrosity is to blame? I can see no other explanation. The giant's innards are well nigh saturated with ether already, yet I sense something else, an irregular energy coming from within the barrier. That's never good. Be that as it may, I'm afraid we have more pressing concerns. The Illuminati are up to something, and we mean to hit them before they can put whatever it is they're planning into action. To which end, allow me to introduce my newest and perhaps most astounding invention, the Electro Jammer 3, first of its kind. You mean the repurposed coffee maker? Speechless with astonishment, I see. As well you should be. The high-frequency waves emitted by this device will interfere with any and all enemy communications, making it impossible for them to coordinate an effective defense. Sorry. With it working in our favor, victory is all but assured. I wouldn't bet too much go on that, Wedge. I see. So, assuming I have understood you correctly, you need only activate this Electro Jammer of yours, and the Illuminati will be plunged into disarray, affording Myrokos and his friends ample opportunity to take them unawares. Very well. Proceed. Wedge, is this supposed to happen? Ooh. Oh my. Bloody hells. Oh, way to go, Edge. You just triggered it more. Uh-oh, both its eyes are on. Oh dear. Wedge, what did you do? Oh no. Oh no. Well, the door's open, so that's fortuitous, I guess. You've woken it up. Nay, only the left arm stirs. Could the waves emitted by your device have disturbed something within the barrier, Wedge? It's not my fault. Well, then whose is it? The coffee maker's? Not to worry, Wedge. With the Illuminati hard at work reviving the giant, 'twas only a matter of time before parts of it started springing to life. You just gave this one a little extra nudge. On a brighter note, it would seem you've saved us the trouble of finding another way in. Yeah, okay, that's good to know. Myrokos, old friend, it's time for your customary heroics. The Illuminati are likely still scrambling to work out what just happened. Before they do, I suggest you hop across the river and show them what for. I must needs discuss these developments with Master Matoya. Sid, would you be so kind as to accompany me? Your insight may well prove useful. Uh-oh, it's the Illuminati. Hmm? And the Black Cat Girl. Another core stirs to life. The future unfolds exactly as expected. Exactly as written. Wait, written? How was all of this written down? It's happening right now. I mean, I saw he had a book, but... Ooh, what's... Sorry. Diverted by glowing mushrooms in a cave. That is otherwise... very dark and gloomy. Okay. Having made that little detour, let's, get going, huh? Uplander feels shivery shakes. Armor Steel Giant is wide open and no Illuminati in sight. You now have access to the Fist of the Sun. Midas can be accessed via the entrance at the Thaliac River. Okay. So we have 4 laser cannons of some sort. Well, that was an interesting fight. Well done, lad. You left those Illuminati smarting, and without so much as a scratch to show for it. Now, I'm sure you'd like to finish them off, and we would too. If truth be told, I am sorry to say we have a problem. While Wedge and I were out on patrol, we saw something, you see. A meeting between Mide and the enemy. What? She's betrayed us? And then she handed over the codex fragment over. Just like that. The way she sauntered back into Alexander with the Illuminati, you'd think this was their plan all along. It certainly looks that way, aye. But we can't rule out the possibility of coercion, considering the parties involved. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past the Illuminati to force someone to cooperate. Foolish uplanders! Treasure Hunter was happy to give Codex, and why not? She makes busy deals with Illuminati since the very beginning. And now Illuminati hold all fragments of the Enigma Codex. Treasure Hunter betrays Uplander's trust and forfeits their future in doing so. What a load of bollocks. How daft does he think we are? Now, Biggs, if the Grandmaster of the Illuminati said it, it must be true. Everything is as written, as it must be. If Illuminati are to guide Chosen to perfect world, not one piece can be out of place. With this, another page becomes reality. When Illuminati find missing place, the prophecy will be fulfilled. What prophecy? Goodness me, that goblin hasn't the faintest idea how Uplanders' minds work. I would have been prepared to believe that Mide was a traitor had he not bothered to come here and confirm it. Now I'm inclined to think she isn't. There may be truth to what Quick Thinks says. Backrux scours over data looking for knowings of what happened 3 years ago. And Backrux finds mention of group of Auri treasure hunters 3 years ago. Group went to investigate ruins near Thaliac River only to perish in sudden shivery shakes. 3 years ago, you say? That wouldn't be the earthquake that happened to that accompanied the failed summoning of that primal, would it? Bugger me, are you saying it was the treasure hunters doing the summoning, and that Mide was one of them? Now hold on a moment. I'm willing to accept that Mide may have been a member of this doomed expedition, she being an Auri treasure hunter and all, but I fail to see what interest such a group would have in the ideals of the Enigma Codex, let alone summoning a primal. Such was question Backrux asked himself, so he spends much time gathering knowings and finds answers in book lent to him by Charlene Upland. Genius technologist who writes Enigma Codex 100 years ago is Ari Zazela with blue hair, exactly like Mide. What? No, Mide would never make busy deals with bad gobbies. Roundrock searches for Mide, hears truth from her. Roundrocks, wait! Yeah, probably not a good idea to go running off in the middle of the night when it's raining. Just saying. The folly of youth. Biggs is eager to press on into Alexander's depths. If you are worried about round rocks, don't be. Wedge won't let her come to any harm. Truth be told, I'm more worried about this business with meeting. Still, we should be careful of making any rash decisions, as you can bet that's what the Illuminati want. For now, I reckon we should give her the benefit of the doubt. Innocent till proven guilty and all that. Anyway, we've got more pressing matters to deal with, namely taking back that codex fragment and pushing on into Alexander before the Illuminati have a chance to shore up their defenses. You ready for another round? Good. The sooner you get going, the better, I reckon. Oh, and when you're in the belly of the beast, be sure to break something for me, eh? I'd say they know we're here. We have to get through all of that? Right. What? Okay, what did we do wrong? What the hell just happened there? Why aren't the buttons working? My controls aren't working. I mean, now my buttons aren't working. For a little while there, I couldn't do it. Very odd. Ah, that's what we had to hide behind. Oh, okay. So I just got a ton of scrap bits. What's going on? Ah, Myrokos, you haven't seen Round Rocks, have you? I was looking forward to hearing about the new treasures she's found. I see. Well, I will not lie to you, some of it is true. I did meet with the Illuminati, but that is not the whole story. Allow me to explain. You're saying that you handed over the Codex fragment to stop the Illuminati from coming here and taking it? Yes, but the fragment I handed over to them was naught but a stone picked up from a pile of rubble. The true Codex fragment is here, safe and sound. Oh, thank goodness. Or so she says. Ha! I bloody knew Quickfinks was lying. The way he told it, you'd been working for the Illuminati all along. Load of old bilge. The lot of it. I am afraid not. Quick Thinks told you true. In fact, it was I who first who taught the goblins how to summon the primal. I meant only to use them for my own ends, of course, much as I did you. But what's going on here? The author of the Enigma Codex was an ancestor of mine. The creation of the so-called perfect world proposed within it has long been the goal of certain members of our tribe, myself included. For years we strove in secret to realize its high ideals, free of the twisted elitism which seems to have infected the Illuminati. During that time, there was one who served as our leader, a man who made us believe that our perfect world was within reach, a man with whom I fell in love. I wished for nothing more than to see his dreams come to fruition. So blind was my devotion. I agreed to help him summon a primal without a second thought. The danger to our lives never even crossed my mind. But on that day, 3 years ago, I came to know the folly of our mission. In an instant, the infernal machine laid waste to our hopes, snuffing out the lives of my companions, and the man I loved was dragged into its core. In a last desperate attempt to make right our mistake, I called forth a barrier with which to seal Alexander. At that moment, however, the codex shattered and the Colossus vanished without a trace. When the dust settled, I found myself surrounded by the broken fragments of the codex, the cold, accusing remnants of our dream of a perfect world. We were fools to think only of the future. I did not realize it until my friends were gone. But the time we spent on our journey together, perusing a shared dream, those moments were as precious as any paradise we could have hoped to build. It's a sad old tale, I'll give you that, but it doesn't explain why you had the Illuminati summon the Primal. Or why you had us help you infiltrate. After everything you've been through, you can't seriously think anything good will come of reviving Alexander. You all but said as much yourself. Good has nothing to do with it. Understand, I did not act out of any lingering adherence to my old ideals. I simply wanted to see him again, and perhaps walk to the ends of the world. Oh, she just missed the man she loves. Oh, that's so sad. Him? Nide cannot mean Alexander. Not Alexander himself. but the soul, I believe, still resides within. The soul of Uplanders sleeps in giant machine. Never has Backrix heard such nonsense. Mide must abandon this. Now is not the time. I've got one more question to ask you. What happens when all the Codex fragments are brought together? Alexander was born from hearts that yearned for a perfect world. The writings of the Enigma Codex inspired such a desire. But they are more than just a collection of texts. The Codex can also be used to control the primate. To be precise, 2 elements are required. A complete Enigma Codex and one capable of reading it. When both are present, Alexander can be commanded to transport its residents wherever they choose. I myself was once able to read the Codex, but those days are long gone. Now the fragments are as dead to me as the stones beneath my feet. There is another, however, to whom the Codex still responds, one we all know quite well. Round Rocks. What? Round Rocks? Are you saying that little girl is the key to controlling a bleeding primal? Yep. Round Rocks. Okay, what about her? Where is she? Round Rocks has been captured. Oh no. Toppling the Tyrant. Round Rox's plight weighs heavily on Mide's mind. Curse me for a fool. I should have known better than to underestimate the Illuminati. I assumed the missing piece in their plan was the Codex fragment, but they were talking about Round Rocks all along. We must mount a rescue. Now, without delay. To the Illuminati, she's no better than a cog in that monstrous machine. It is like that she is being held somewhere in or close to Alexander's upper body. Continue your push through the left arm while the Illuminati are distracted. I will search for a way forward. Well, I've been doing it on Monk, I may as well continue doing it on Monk. Nice. So presumably this would be the... What was that sound? So presumably this would be the city that people would live in. Oh, come on, we don't kill him? Boo. Okay, better. Much better. Round of applause for that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. That's right. A blinder sends quick think scurrying. Illuminati think twice before threatening us again. A blinder is nearly through left arm. Next, a blender must push forward into inner parts and saved around rocks. Congratulations on your victory over Quick Things. While you were busy dismantling his flying machine, I finished charting Alexander's interior. The chamber you reached is situated in the innermost part of the left sector, which means your next aim should be... Backrix does not trust Treasure Hunter. 3 years ago she summoned Metal Giant. Backrix wonders if she still wishes to finish mission of dead comrades. I do not blame you for doubting me. Truth be told, my former mentors often stressed that were the unthinkable to happen, it would be my burden, as the youngest, to carry on their work. But building the Codex's perfect world was their dream, not mine. I borrowed it. As long as I was with those I held dear, I could happily have devoted myself to any cause. Seeing their passion, their joy, that was what filled me with resolve, and it was that which drove me to collect the pieces of the Codex. All their talk of learning and reason, of justice and perfection, meant little to me in itself. I sometimes wonder why I was able to read the Enigma Codex in the first place. Mayhap it was because my youthful mind was a blank slate, receptive to any idea, if put convincingly enough. In the end, of course, it didn't matter. Primal took my friend's passion, their joy, their idealism, and ground them into dust. Though I survived, my commitment to the cause did not. Put simply, I had no need for a perfect world without them to share it. So believe me when I tell you that I did not seek Alexander's return to realize the dreams of the dead. I only wished to see him. Meaning your leader. The section of Alexander you have been exploring is called Midas, after a king from a legend of El. Midas entreated the gods for a finger that would turn all he touched into gold, and the gods duly obliged, but in his carelessness, he transformed the one he loved most in the world into a lifeless golden statue. and thus the thing he coveted became his undoing. So it was with me and mine. Had we but paused for a moment to consider the means, and not simply the end, mayhap, my friends, would still be alive. But we did not, and they are gone. My one remaining wish is simple, to speak with the man I love once more. If I could do that, I would be satisfied. There, I have told you everything. Assuming no one else wishes to question my motives, I would speak of Roundrox's rescue, as was my original intent. Now listen well. Alexander is divided into 3 main sections, each powered by an independent core. You have already fought your way through the innermost part of Midas, the left arm. The core lies only a little way beyond, but you may be sure that the Illuminati will have deployed the bulk of their forces to defend it. Of course they would. Hold on a minute. Why would they choose to keep Roundrox there? The cores are just power sources. You are correct. And the answer is, they wouldn't. Roundrox is most likely being held within Alexander's upper body, but the Illuminati have locked the entrances from either arm, making it impossible to enter. Our only choice is to stop the core and, in so doing, stop Alexander. I see. Why, that's actually rather clever. The Illuminati need Roundrox to control the Primal, but if it can't move, they'd have no need of her. At the very least, they'll have no choice but to keep her safe until the Primal is in working order again. Activating those cores would have used up every crystal the Illuminati had. If we destroy the second one, I doubt they'll have enough to get them operational again. Do Uplanders truly think Metal Giant can be toppled? One step behind. In the absence of a better option, Backrack seems ready to go along with Medea's rescue. Treasure Hunter truly believes Soul of Lost Love sleeps in Metal Giant? Madness, but Backrack does not doubt resolve to rescue Roundrox. Go with Medea deep into Midas, and deactivate second core, but do not underestimate Illuminati. Day and night, they bring supplies into Steel Fortress. Backrack suspects Illuminati are tinker-making new weapons. Oh, charming. Okay, I need to step away and get some more water. But in the meantime, I will select that, and if you need to get up and stretch your legs, do so now. See you in a few. And I'm back, and so we're queued up and ready for the next part. Okay, this is an interesting team. Okay, what killed me there? Well, this is super proving to be an interesting. Okay. The second core, I do believe. Once that's out of commission, Alexander won't be going anywhere. Dayan, would that I could see you just once more. Farewell, my love. Oh, so sad. Again with that book. You. Too frightened to face us alone, I see. Not that I blame you. We all know what Myrokos did to you last time. To usher in future that has been writ, even strongest Gabi must sometimes pretend to be weak and let enemies win. Wait, he gave us that fight? Oh, pretending were you? And I suppose losing this core was all part of your plan. Don't make me laugh. You know as much about the future as we do. QuickThinks knows all. For example, QuickThinks knows one among Uplanders carries true fragment of an Enigma Codex. He already knew? How? Well, it seems the game is up, Biggs. There's no hiding the truth from QuickThinks. Very well, I admit it, I have the fragment, but I won't be handing it over to the likes of you. Oi, Wedge, didn't you hear him? He knows all. Which means he knows that what you're carrying is a worthless rock. Well, I've got the genuine article tucked away in me small clothes. Oh, charming. Quick thinks already knows conclusion of Uplander's childish games. He's coming for me. Eh? What's he waiting for? Long ago was outcome decided. Uplanders think they are victorious, but luck is no friend to them today. And now the Enigma Codex belongs to Illuminati. All pieces fall into our hands. Far as I can make out, the thing's in good working order. No damage, no signs of tampering. I can only think it was an energy fluctuation that did it. Just bad luck. Bad luck? You're saying it was pure chance that the platform stopped at that exact moment? Then what about quick things? There's no way he could have predicted something like that. The odds would be infinitesimal. Yeah, there's too much coincidence here. Well, however he did it, the fact remains that he did it. But that doesn't mean we have to stand for it. When someone takes something from you, you just have to take it back. Do Uplanders forget something? Matters are too urgent for such foolish doings. What? Tongue flaps of Uplanders make Backrix almost to laugh. Uplander claims already to have stopped core and lost fragment to quick thinks. Look here, Uplander. Backrix has brain case like steel trap, catching all heard things, all seen things. And he saw Uplanders leave but a few moments ago. Backrix senses something is amiss. A gob in the machine. Oh dear, that's not a good image. Behind his impassive mask, You sense Backrax is eyeing you and your comrades with no small amount of suspicion. Backrax is certain that Uplanders left for Metal Giant only moments before returning. He watches Uplanders disappear over horizon with own two eyes. But it is impossible to return so soon if Uplander's tale is true. Why Treasure Hunter also makes such claims. Backrax does not know. Go Uplander, trade tongue claps with Mayday, and together think of an explanation. Have you been able to make sense of Backrax's account? According to his version of events, we would scarcely have had time to reach the core, much less shut it down, but we were all there. We all know what happened. Are you sure he's not just confused? Maybe he got lost in all that data of his and forgot the time. I'm afraid not. That is, unless the goblin standing watch near Alexander was also confused. His reports corroborate Backrax's. No, something else is going on here. I am certain of it. The question is, what? If we assume for a moment that the goblin's accounts are true, then hardly any time has passed since we entered the barrier around Alexander. Time stopped? Impossible. Impossible? You mean like Quick Think's predicting exactly what was going to happen in the core room? I hate to say it, but maybe he wasn't talking out of his arse. If time doesn't work the same in there, maybe he saw the future? There may be another explanation for that. There is a device deep within Alexander capable of performing complex mathematical calculations. It is not outside the realm of possibility that it could be used to predict the outcome of simple events. Using mathematics to predict the future. Now, even if I could believe that, it wouldn't explain this business with Backrax. Biggs is right. Perhaps the presence of the primal somehow disrupted the flow of time within the barrier. It's only a theory, of course, and a far-fetched one at that. But it might go some ways towards explaining recent events. To be clear, you are implying that the Illuminati are aware of this temporal disruption and have been using it to somehow gaze into the future. Very well. If you are willing to accept that, why not go further? Might it not be the case that they have found a way to bend time to their will? By moving back and forth in time, the Illuminati could effectively manipulate the present however they saw fit. They would ever remain one step ahead of us, our every effort doomed to fail from the first. Now that's a sobering theory, but it's still only a theory, right? There's no point panicking just yet. Wedge, give the chief a call on your link, Carl, why don't you? If anyone knows how to untangle this knot, it's him. Chief, it's me. It's about Alexander. We've noticed something strange about time inside the primal. What? No, not our time inside the primal. The time. I mean time itself. Chief, it might be best if you just came here. Aye, aye, we'll await your arrival. Is that a heated debate I hear? Boys, you started without me. Now what was that you were saying over the link, Pearl? Something about running out of time? No, not running out of time. Sid insisted that I accompany him, though I would have come even had he not. Matters have taken a turn for the worse, I gather. Yep. You can say that again. The etheric fluctuations are akin to those I observed before the primal's awakening. In the absence of a functioning core, its form is dissipating, albeit slowly. Stola, would you mind lending me your goggles for a moment? It can't hurt to have a second opinion. What in seven hells? The ether pouring from the primal is flowing backwards, as if it were passing in reverse. That cannot be. Such a phenomenon is wholly without precedent. Knowing so little of the primal's capabilities, however, it would be remiss to discount the possibility outright. If it is as we fear, then at this very moment Alexander could be undoing our efforts to shut down its cores. All of our labors will have been for naught. Ah, the treasure hunter of whom we have heard so much. You seem unperturbed by our outlandish speculations. Was this perchance the subject of Wedge's communications? Yep. Gods help us. If there is any truth to this, it won't matter how many cores we disable. The Illuminati will simply undo any damage we cause. Then what do we do, Chief? How do we even begin to fight something like that? To erase the past, to return to a clean slate. Could Dan have known? Oh no, that's not good. Preparations for restoration of Enigma Codex are complete. Calculations show margin of error for future readings is 0.03%. Foolish Gabi, when future is decided, there is no error. There is no failure. Listen well, chosen of Illuminati. At last, all pieces are in place. No longer must we suffer foolishness of unwise. Time has come to backstrike. Inferiors will make way for perfect world or die. Now, restore Enigma Codex. Now is Alexander Illuminati's to control. Soon will cores disabled by Uplanders be disabled no longer. Reverse time. Once power flows to third core, Alexander will be fully operational, and with third core, its true potential awaken. Wings of time will unfurl, and all of history will be at mercy of Illuminati. Chosen ones will amend mistakes of past and reshape world into perfection. At last, prophecies of Enigma Codex will be fulfilled. And quick thanks all thoughts will rule as king of new world, of correct world. Chosen ones, menders of history, be proud to serve as builders of this paradise. Ishtola and the chief have returned to Matoya's cave. Don't worry, between them, they're sure to find the answer to our problems if it isn't waiting on a shelf in the Charlian annals. It'll be in some forgotten corner of the chief's brain, you mark my words. And the next time we meet, quick thanks, we'll be ready for him. Adventurer, there is something I would like to discuss with you, but mayhap it would be best to wait until we are safely back at the short stop. I will see you there. Which, from here, is not... It's just over here. I suppose I should start by apologizing for everything. Were it not for me, the Illuminati would never have summoned that infernal machine, or gained the means to control it. And now Quick Thanks possesses the power to manipulate time, to foresee the future and erase the past. I dare not think how he will use it. Returning the course to their former state was but a foretaste. When all three are active and Alexander can traverse both time and space, nothing will stand between the Illuminati and their twisted utopia. We cannot let it come to that, Myrokos. Somehow we must find a way to stop them. But first we must rescue Roundrocks. Of all the innocent victims of this sorry tale, her plight pains me the most. The shortstop isn't the same without her. I hope someone will keep her treasures safe until she returns. The Curl and the Colossus. Mide warily eyes a thicket a short distance away. Ah, adventurer, you come at an opportune moment. It would seem we have a visitor. I was pacing about thinking of Round Rocks when the shadows drew my eye. I caught only a brief glimpse, but it bore an uncanny resemblance to Quick-Thinks' constant companion, Shanoa, was it? If the Curl's here, there's a good chance her Illuminati keepers are close by. We'd best track her down and quickly. Follow me. Well, here's the cat. Just as I thought. It is Shanoa. Or is it? One Curl kitten looks much the same as another, and she doesn't seem to have brought any of her friends. Over there. Uplanders, what are all these snap crashings and... An Illuminati spy, sent by Quick-Thinks to observe our movements. Like as not? Given the sizable disadvantage at which we find ourselves, we thought it best to relieve him of duty. Oh, so they took him. Okay. He spent his final moments babbling all about the Illuminati's deranged schemes, claimed that once the final core was activated and Alexander fully operational, the fortress would gain the power to travel through time. He seemed quite convinced that Quick-Thinks was a prophet of sorts. A traveler from the future come to the present to return history to its proper state. Aye, and that's not the half of it. According to him, the battle for history has already been won, and not by us. For the future is writ in the Enigma Codex, and we but play out our roles in it. Still standing on the keyboard. Quick-Thinks, a traveler from the future. That would certainly explain how he was able to anticipate our every move, but could it be that he has already conquered the world of tomorrow? Have all our efforts been in vain? Tongue flaps of crazed Illuminati make brain case hurt. Backrix would speak of different subjects, and brings Uplanders back to what brings Uplanders back to shortstop. Having settled upon a plan of action, Seth and I were in the process of making our final preparations. with Master Matoya when this kitten scampered in, mewing as if to beckon us. We duly followed her, and she led us here, much to the dismay of the fellow at our feet. I'm not one to look a gift curl in the mouth, but something about all of this doesn't sit right with me. She has been at Quick Thinks' side, make that on his bloody head, every step of the way. And now she decides to betray her keepers? If the cat could speak our tongue, I would have a question or two. For her, mayhap even 3. I can't believe I'm even considering this, but then it wouldn't be the strangest thing I've heard today. You there, cat. You're Shanoa. Quick Thinks is familiar, aren't you? 2 mews for yeah, 1 for nay. Did she truly? Do you want to go home? Seven Hills, I think the bloody furball might actually understand us. But that doesn't mean we can trust her. For all we know, she could be here to do her master's dirty work. A moment, Uplanders. Tongue flaps of Round Rocks comes to Backrix's brain case. 3 years ago, when Round Rocks found Codex Splinterstone, Round Rocks said Black Curl Child is there, unlooking. Backrix thinks nothing of this then, but now... You mean to imply that Shanoa here was present when we attempted the summoning? I very much doubt that. If she were a kitten 3 years ago, she would be a fully grown curl by now. Unless, that is, she took a shortcut through time. An implausible theory, I grant you, but one we cannot dismiss outright. In light of recent events. If true, it would raise a still more troubling possibility that Round Rocks' discovery of the Codex was no mere coincidence, but an event orchestrated by Quick Thinks to further his own ends. Time travel makes my brain hurt. Oh, this just gets better and better. But whatever is going on here, we're not like to find out by standing around talking. We need to delve deeper into that fortress. And as luck would have it, Wedge claims his latest invention will allow us to do just that. I've sent him and Biggs on ahead to the Maker's Quarter to perform their final tests. Meet them there when you are ready. I'll join you as soon as my own preparations are complete. To travel back in time and see past wrongs aright. Who could resist such temptation? And how grievous the consequences of surrendering to it. For in allowing the past to consume us and make our every choice, our every action the correct one, would we not cease to live in the present and in turn lose sight of the future? 'Tis a path not to redemption but to madness. Okay, so again, the same process of deal with it from the outside while I need a team in to deal with it from the inside. Freakin's the shortest path is to the giant's great fat noggin. The only problem being that it's inside the barrier. Not to worry though, Wedge's latest wonder will take care of that. He's dubbed it the BBG-2, which he tells me is short for Barrier Be Gone. Of course, the barrier doesn't just serve to keep folk out, it also keeps the primal in. That being why Bede and her mates raised the bleeding thing in the first place. So the moment it goes down, there will be nothing to stop the Colossus from running rampant if it has a mind to. Which means we're going to need to move fast. The chief will take the Excelsior in as close as he can to Alexander's head, where you jump off and secure us away inside. Wasting no time, you'll then climb back aboard and Wedge will re-engage the barrier, all before the metal friend even knows what's happening. Got it? Good? Because we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going. Well, the fog moved in pretty thickly. Come on, tank, please. I've waited too long to... Thank you. That was a long queue. What is this? Okay, so that was done. Find more cold friend. Thanks to you, we have our way in. Stay where you are, we're coming. But first, now that you're clear, we had best get that barrier back up before the big fellow gets restless. Wedge, ready the BBG-2 and reactivate the barrier on my mark. Mark. Excellent timing, Ustola. Myrokos has done it. We have a clear path into the heart of the beast. Good. 'Tis a relief to hear that at least one side of the operation proceeded according to plan. The same may not be said for the other. Our efforts to cut off the primal source of ether proved wholly ineffective. Quite why, I cannot say, though I am hopeful that one among us can. What, Mayday? On the basis that she summoned the damn thing, you mean? I think you'd better explain. Like all primals, Alexander constantly draws ether from its surroundings, both to sustain itself and to gain in strength. Master Matoya and I believed we could disrupt or at least inhibit this process by means of Arcanima. By creating a vast impassable etheric membrane between the primal and the land, from which it drinks, aye. Which is why the old witch had me place those infernal devices of hers in every nook and cranny of this place. Are you telling me they didn't work? Yes and no. As far as we can tell, the Arcanima are functioning precisely as intended, and yet, for reasons that we have been unable to ascertain, they have had no measurable effect on the primal. Charming. Alright, out with it, Mayday. If there is anything you haven't told us, we need to hear it now. We are running out of options. I fear it will not avail us, but very well. It all began with a curious encounter in my younger days. I was out playing on my own one day when a stranger appeared before me. He told me anything my heart wished for could be mine if I but heeded his words. In my youth, I did not fully comprehend what the man was proposing. At the time, nevertheless, his words seemed to burn themselves in my very soul. Reunite the scattered shards of the Enigma Codex, and perform the sacred rite before the ruins that yet stand strong against the river's flow. Then and only then shall your hopes and dreams become reality. With that, he handed me a relic, a horn, with a tip of metal which seemed so foreign as to hail from another world. It would serve as a catalyst for the summoning, he explained. A gift from your friend, Travenchat. And then he was gone. Travenchat. I know the man. Our paths crossed during my time in Limsa, in the days before the calamity. I might have guessed that the Asians had a hand in this. The horn of which you speak was once rumored to reside on Seal Rock. It is a lost relic of the ancients with the power to manipulate the etheric energy in the very air around us. The Scions have long pursued the horn, fearing the devastation that might ensue were an artifact of such power to fall into the wrong hands. Finally, I do begin to see. If I have the right of it, Alexander's third core is using the horn to draw ether from the far and wide. 'Tis little wonder our plan failed. Even without moving an ilm, the primal possesses the means to drain not just the land of ether, but our very star. Then our course is clear. If the old witch's magics won't avail us, we shall just have to get inside and dismantle the core the old-fashioned way. Indeed. And yet we must be wary. We have seen the course of time reversed once before. We may well see it again. Even should we succeed in destroying our target, there is naught to prevent the Illuminati from simply returning to the stricken core to its previous state. They are free to turn back the clock again and again. The primal growing stronger all the while. So what do we do then? We can't just give up. No, we press on. Lest we forget, controlling Alexander requires the Codex, and the Codex is but a useless piece of stone without the mind of the Gobby girl. If we can rescue Round Rocks, Quick Thanks will have no way to flip the hourglass. The Circle of Knowing once tasked me with recovering the horn, and 'twas through mine own negligence that Travanshire acquired it. That it now endangers our world is my responsibility. Even were I not a Scion, I should do all in my power to make amends. Whatever assistance I can offer, it is yours. Then it begins. I'll send word to our friends in Idleshire. Biggs, Wedge, ready the Excelsior, Myrokos, prepare for departure. Let Operation Rescue Round Rocks commence. Wait a minute. How can the cat be down here and up there? Schrodinger. Okay. Seven hells, it wasn't enough that those Illuminati lunatics had a bleeding time machine, was it? No, it had to be a time machine with the power to destroy the whole bleeding world. I mean, I'm used to the future of Eorzea being at stake, but this is the future, past and present, all rolled into one. We have to get Roundrocks out of there before those gobbies can put any more of their crazy schemes in motion. Speaking of gobbies, have you talked to old Backrex lately? Turns out the kitten you met wasn't Shanoa after all, just a doppelganger. He's already taken the little furball back to the shortstop and given it a name. Schrodinger. Or however you pronounce it. Anyway, I'd be best heading back, that way myself. See you there. Biggs and Wedge's excellent adventure. Undaunted by recent revelations, Biggs would brief you on the next stage of the rescue mission. Ready to head back into the belly of the beast, Myrokos? Alright, let's get this rescue mission off the ground. First, some good news. While the barrier was down, we were able to get our first good look inside Alexander's innards. As far as we can tell, Roundrocks is being held captive in what seems to be the central control chamber of the whole Colossus, called, helpfully, Central Control. As to how to reach it, do you remember how you infiltrated Midas? There was that cavernous room with a dirty great city in it? Aye, well, we've spotted one of those floating platforms, which goes back and forth between there and the place we need to get to. The quickest route to the city is straight through the Giant's Head. You'll go in through the hatch you opened for us last time, take care of any guards, and secure the platform I mentioned. Meanwhile, the chief and others will be making their way to you via Midas. After setting out in advance to sweep the place for any nasty surprises. Once you've all rendezvoused, it'll be time to storm the control room while me and Wedge stage a little diversion. Got all that? Good, then let's crack some Illuminati skulls. How do we get that curl as a map? And assuming I can get through this one, I think I'll pause for tonight because it's starting to get late and the queues are starting to get longer. Probably best overall to finish this while it's relatively fresh. I would like to finish this in one go through, ideally in one go through, but it's getting later by the time, and yeah, so we'll just see if I can get through this one. And here we go. I love this music. those clothes. Whew. Excellent work, old friend. That platform is our shortcut to the heart of the machine. All seems quiet on our front, so 7 hells, we've got company. There's always something going on here. Ooh. Ah, there you are, Myrokos. We were met by a small welcoming party, but it was nothing we couldn't handle. Biggs and Wedge just contacted me as well. They're headed here as we speak. Round rocks. Oh, no. So this is the Enigma Codex. And that must be the third and final core. 12, have mercy, if you could see the volume of ether issuing from it. Yes, much swirly bright. Time wings can spread, travel to overtimes, make bad things good again. Could it be? Do we truly have the power to change the past? I could erase my mistakes. I could see him again. No, that would not be wise. Three years ago, Mide lost a dear one. Mide wants dear one back, yes? Round Rocks helps Mide. Roundrocks, no, you must save your strength. Mide worries too much. Roundrocks is strong, Gubby. Uplanders hold on to brain cases. Time wings. Spread. Oh no, here we go. Seven hells, has the girl gone mad? Stop this, Roundrocks. Stop, I say. Oh, come on. Biggs, where are we? Why is everything spinning? Biggs, Wedge, can you hear me? Roundrocks has engaged Alexander's time distortion mechanism. We're hurtling to the past. We're what? Biggs, over here. You're not going to believe this. What's Mide doing down there with those? Hold on, they're performing the summoning ritual. Look at me, we really are in the past. What in the seven hells? Someone's taking control of the Colossus. Hold tight, I think it's about to go berserk. The Illuminati. Damn it all, this isn't right. We must abort the summoning. Quickly, Mide. The seal. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Dan, no. What is Metal Making Kitten doing? What did Schrodinger do? 'Twould seem we are back in our own time. Past is made right, and we return to now times. Treasure hunters' friends die, as is writ, as it must be. Uplanders serve quick thanks well today. Uplanders are not grasping meaning. Quick thanks breaks into bitty pieces, fit in Uplanders' tiny brain cases. Time is flat, round shape. All things Uplanders and Gobbies did are doing and will do. Doings happen over and over and over again for all times. So when Mida and her friends attempted to summon Alexander 3 years ago, what they actually saw was us traveling back in time. But that's madness. Time is an endless circle. My failure, my pain, my suffering. It was all doomed to unfold like this from the very beginning. Oh dear. Let us away, quickly. Mide, must hurry. No, nothing remains for me out there. My future, my past, my reason for being. It all ended before it ever began. Chief, Ishtola, Round Rocks. Gods, I've never been so bloody glad to see you. I thought we'd never make it back in one... Wait, where's Mide? She's still inside. Mide stays behind in Giant of Whirlycogs. All because of Round Rocks. Round Rocks must go back to Giant of Whirlycogs. Save Mide! You leave that to us, child. Wedge, get Jessie on that link pearl and tell her to bring the Excelsior back around. Though I don't much care for the answer, we finally know the truth behind the events that day 3 years past. The Illuminati masterminded the massacre, and through some ungodly trick of time, 'twas us that brought them there to do the deed. And what about Mide? The only thing keeping her going was the hope her beau's soul lived on in the machine, but seeing what happened to the poor bastard. Aye, we witnessed the truth with our own eyes. Sucked into the core of the Colossus to sate the primal's appetite. If aught remains of him, it is no more than heat and light. Ouch. Well, they're dead. Well, he's dead. Thus spake Quick Thinks. Biggs has instructions for you from Sid. Quick Thinks said the future's already been read, eh? That we're fighting a losing battle. Well, we've got a thing or two to say about that, don't we? Yep. Grundox is safe with us, which means the Illuminati won't be turning back time on us anymore. And that's not all. Thanks to your efforts, we've got ourselves a straight path to the third and final core. I.e., the very heart of the Colossus. Put it out of action and the whole thing will grind to a halt. Let's go, Myrokos. We'll show the Illuminati that the future's yet to be decided. And save me day while we're at it. Let's give one more try, and if this doesn't work out, oh, wait a minute. Where's Roundrocks? Come to think of it, where is, the other one? Yeah, I think it's time to call it a night. I'll just have to pick this up sometime tomorrow or whenever I'm next available to stream the next part of uh, this quest line. Well, without further ado, if you liked what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Twitch and hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. And with that, I will see you anon, friends.